Come on, relax your mind. Kick back and just unwind. Don't let this moment overcome you, cause you need this vibe. Music, it takes me there, places where I don't care. I'm overflowing in this motion, you can't help but stare. Flowing like up and down, spinning around and round. Back up and touch the ground, I'm making but I can't sit down. Moving from side to side, feel good cause I'm alive. Don't you feel jealous, just get up and help me feel this vibe.
What's going on, folks? It's your main man, Mr. Council, back with another one, Saturday Motivation. You know how we do. I chose Saturday because Saturday is a day that's uniquely your own. Most people are working 9 to 5, so by the time they get to Saturday, they feel it's necessary to take their foot off the gas. But most artists, creatives, and business minds knows that Saturday is the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. How we doing, people? It's another beautiful Saturday. We're approaching fall. We're not going to have as many sunny days like we did in the summertime, but that doesn't mean that it's our season to take our foot off the gas. As we approach the fall and especially the winter months, I feel like that's my season to really step up my grind a little bit more. When everybody's going in the house and trying to run away from the cold, you know, I want to still be getting after it, trying to be great and successful. Just a quick announcement. Friday, September 30th, I'm going to be in a versus battle with a brother named Mr. Quest out in Bloomfield, Connecticut. It's going to be Bridgeport versus Hartford, the Battle of the Misters. And I'm so excited about this event. Make sure you hit Eventbrite for your tickets. It's a Battle of the Misters, Mr. Council versus Mr. Quest. I'm so excited. I'm going to be dropping a video for that just to make a further announcement. But anybody who supports me, I just wanted to mention that. You all know I'm on a journey for greatness. And anybody that I try to speak to on a regular basis, I try to encourage who want to be great as well. But I don't just want to be great. I want to be exceptional. And oftentimes people just don't really understand the amount of work that it takes to become the best of the best. And there's a brother named David Goggins that I listen to for motivation all the time, especially when I'm at the gym. And this brother said that he strives to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. He strives to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. There are very few great people in this world, but there are even fewer exceptional people. And oftentimes we get to a point where when we're in our local areas and we get to the top of our game, we don't understand that oftentimes we become big fish in small ponds. And we don't understand that there's another level, there's another group of people that take what you do to an entire another level. And it's not that you're not capable of it, you're just not around that level of people to understand that there's another level, there's another gear that exceptional people can rise to. And that's where I am. I'm at the point where I feel like I'm already great at what I do, but it's something about what I'm doing that's just not enough. I feel like I have to push myself to an even higher plane, because all of the things that I want and I desire are going to require that level of work and that level of intensity to get there. And so that's why I oftentimes listen to different motivational speakers, because I get a different perspective, but I get a vision of what certain exceptional people have done to become who they are. So you can never get to a point where you think you know everything, or you think you've done everything, or you think that you're the best at what you do. It's always going to be somebody out there that's better than you. It's always going to be somebody out there that works harder than you. But your main focus has to be being better than you were the day before. See, people are oftentimes competing with other people, and it's always good to use other people as a gauge for where you stand. But at the end of the day, you should always strive to be better than you were the day before. You should always be in the battle with yourself. You know, no matter what it is that you're doing. I don't care if it's something in entertainment. I don't care if it's something in business. I don't care if it's something personal. You know, you need to be in a constant battle with yourself. And I was at the gym the other day, And most times when I start my workout, I start with a 20-minute cardio. Normally it's a brisk, a real heavy bike ride to get the sweat going, you know, so I can have a real intense lift. And my body's already warmed up, my muscles are warmed up. Well, this particular day, I wanted to push myself a little bit further for my warm-up. And I was like, going in there with the mentality, I'm going to do a half hour. And I have been listening to David Goggins, and he always speaks about callousing your mind. And see, what happens when you have a callus is you're working a particular area of your body hard. And so your body builds up this skin to protect that area of your body from worse harm. It's almost like your body's protecting you from yourself. But it gets to a point where you have to push yourself to a whole nother level if you want to be exceptional. And so I'm riding on this bike and I get to close to a half hour, but I'm like, I'm not finished. And I push myself to do an entire hour. Now, I used to do an hour on the bike on a regular basis. Like once a week, that would be my cardio day. I push for a strong hour. But I had to slow that down because I had some issues with my ankle. And, you know, when I would get around minute 45, my ankle would really start feeling some pain. And so that would cause me to stop. You know, after a while, I would do the 60 minutes for a certain amount of time. But then, you know, I get to a point where I'm like, you know, 60 minutes seems to be like a little bit too much because I'm really killing my ankle. Well, when I was on this particular bike ride, I got to minute 45 and that started to happen again. But it was just something inside me that day that was just like, I'm not going to give up today. I'm going to push myself to do an hour. And David always talks about, you know, these 100-mile runs that he goes on. You know, I think the first one took him 19 hours and 6 minutes just to defeat it. And I can't even imagine running that long. So when I think about my little hour, you know, I'm like, it's people out there that are really pushing themselves to the limit. So when I got to minute 50, I felt like I was just about to die. Like, because I hadn't done an hour straight in so long. I got to minute 50 and I felt like I wanted to give up. From minute 45 to minute 50 was just like pure hell on my ankle. I mean, my ankle was just hurting, but I was not going to stop. And when I got to minute 50, I said to myself, I said, if you don't get to 60 minutes after you've done all of this work, then you're never going to lose this weight. And so from minute 50 to minute 60 was a mental battle. And it was, my mind was callous because I've been working so hard in the gym throughout the entire pandemic. But lately, especially this entire summer, I've been pushing myself to another gear. And see, what we don't understand is when we get to a certain level of success, things are going to get hard. Things are going to push us to a point where we doubt ourselves. But you have to find it somewhere deep inside you. It doesn't matter where you find that motivation. You have to get to the finish line. You have to take everything, every ounce of energy, every ounce of motivation, every ounce of anything that's inside you to push yourself past your limit if you truly want to be exceptional. It's one thing to be great, but it's an entire another level to be exceptional. And when I got to minute 60, by the time I got to minutes 55 to 60, the pain in my ankle started to subside and I pushed to another level. And I was so focused, I wasn't even thinking about the pain. I was just focused on what I was trying to do. And so when you start to understand how great you are and you want to take yourself to another level, you have to find that motivation from wherever you have to get it from. And I told myself, I said, if you do not get to minute 60, you are never going to lose this weight. And when I got to minute 60, I couldn't have been more proud of myself because I had pushed myself to past my limit for that day. But when I pushed myself past that limit, I understood that I could do it. There was more inside of me. And even once I got to minute 60, I felt like I could keep going. But I wanted to get some lifting in, so I stopped, and I was not going to overdo it that day. But what I'm trying to say is, if you truly want to be exceptional, If you truly want to be uncommon amongst uncommon people, you have to push yourself past your limit. See, I can't hang around people anymore that complain about where they are in life and refuse to do anything about it. I used to be one of those people, so I'm not talking about those people. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to fight for a level, and I'm trying to put myself around people that refuse to live like that anymore. People that no matter what comes their way, no matter what obstacles they face, they reach for exceptional levels. Exceptional levels. And God will carry you through all of that if you trust him. But you have to push yourself. You have to commit yourself to something great. And until you immerse yourself totally in something that's bigger than you, you will never reach the level of happiness, of comfort, and satisfaction that you are looking for. I'm here to be exceptional. I'm here to do great things. And I'm not going to let anyone, including myself, stop me, because we are our own worst enemies. We will talk ourselves out of doing something great before anybody else will. So you have to callous your mind. You have to be focused. You have to have a goal, and you have to be determined on reaching that goal by any means necessary. So for all those people out there that are trying to be great, it's next level season. It's time for us to see the very best of you. When you go to bed at night, you need to be truly exhausted from the day before, because then you will sleep well and you will appreciate every morning that you get to wake up. No longer do I want to complain about mornings. I want to be thankful that I got to see another morning. I want to be thankful that I have an opportunity to be great, to be exceptional, to inspire other people, to become the best version of myself. Like I said, it's no longer about me anymore, because me becoming exceptional is going to inspire other people to become exceptional. And I only want to place myself around other exceptional people, because I truly want to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. So I'm not looking to be regular. I'm not looking to be ordinary. I'm looking to be extraordinary. And so if I can motivate you today, if you truly want greatness, if you truly want exceptionality, it's time for you to dig and push with everything that you have inside of you, because God is going to be there for you. He's going to catch you when you fall. And you have to understand, just because you might fail doesn't mean that you don't need to get up the next day and try again. Because just because you don't do it the first time does not mean that you won't do it the third time, or the fifth time, or the eighth time. And once God understands that you are so determined that you will not give up, that's exactly when he'll throw you a bone. But you have to prove to him that you deserve another level. See, people think that people are just naturally gifted and that they don't earn their success because we don't see them working in the gym. We don't see them working late night hours. We don't see them burning the candle at both ends. But exceptional people don't brag about what they're doing. They just do what they do, and they just are exceptional. They don't have to wear it on their sleeve. They don't have to run around telling everybody about what they're doing. They just do what they do, and people see them. And when they continue to rise to different levels, people begin to hate on them. And when they hate on them, it's not because they're mad at them. It's truly because they're mad at themselves, because they know that that person is human just like them, but they're doing something that that person has not committed themselves to. So that hatred that they're sending towards them is really an indictment on the work that they're putting in their own lives. So do you want to be great, or do you want to be exceptional? Only you can answer that question. I know I want to be exceptional. So every day I'm going to try to be a little bit better. I'm going to continue to make mistakes. I'm going to continue to fall. And I'm going to continue to have to call on God, because he is the only one that is going to be able to carry me through the things that I'm trying to get to. But I guarantee you this, I will get there, because I have a determination and a spirit inside of me that is relentless and that is not going to give up. I've given my life for this. I've dedicated my life to this. And I promise you that I will not give up. That's my time, y'all. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
I met you when I was young. We kissed and we fell in love. Knew you were the one because I felt you inside my lungs. I have messed up again, so chose to let you go live. That's when I saw you with him. Heartbroken, so I just lived. I think I'm ready, might be ready. Now I'm ready for love. Don't think I'm jealous, but I felt it when I saw you someone. Okay, I'm jealous, cause I never thought you'd leave me alone. So now I'm jealous, I can't stand it, and I can't let you go. No, I just can't let you go. No, I just can't let you. I thought to myself, oh why'd you leave her?